Are you considering a move to Eagan, Minnesota? Well, I'm here to give you the breakdown of what it's really like living in Eagan. We're going to have a whole series of all the suburbs around the Twin Cities, so stick around, check this one out. Eagan is about 10 minutes south of St. Paul and about 20 minutes from Minneapolis. So we're just south of the two major metros, and it's a phenomenal area. It is the 11th largest city in the state and the 7th largest of our major suburbs. So it's not too big. Well, it's actually a large suburb, but it's spread out pretty well. It's very suburban there. One fun little fact about Eagan is 78% of the population there is actually married, and almost half of those have children under the age of 18. So it's really a phenomenal place to raise a family. And niche.com actually gives Eagan an A+ rating on the city scale, which is unbelievable. I don't know that I've seen any other cities with an A+ rating. I mean, I feel it's an A+, but I'm biased because I live in Eagan. Geography-wise, we are just south of the Twin Cities, Minneapolis and St. Paul, and it's a great place to live for the commute times because in Eagan, I really feel you can get about anywhere in the Twin Cities in about 30 minutes or so at the most. You can really get to the absolute opposite side of the cities in about 30 minutes. Some of the fun stuff about Eagan. Well, if you like to get outdoors, Eagan is home to Lebanon Hills. And Lebanon Hills is one of the largest park systems in the state, well, in the Twin Cities, I should say anyway. There is tons of trails, there's biking, there's hiking, you can do kayaking there. It's really a phenomenal park system. Eagan is absolutely littered with parks. There's playgrounds, there's baseball fields, there's tennis courts, and a lot of pickleball courts have actually been being put in recently because of the rise of pickleball. I want to get out and play. It sounds like a pretty fun time anyway. One of the big things that Eagan is really famous for now is it's home to the Minnesota Vikings training facility. Now, this was just put in a few years ago, and it's a big tourist attraction. You can come and actually watch them practice there. They do some of their preseason there. And right next door to the training facility, there is the Omni Hotel. And in the Omni Hotel, there is one of my favorite restaurants in all of Eagan. It's called Kindred Hearth. Now, this is one of Ann Kim's restaurants. She's got about 5 restaurants in the Twin Cities, and she's really famous for her pizza. She does this really high-end elevated pizza that is amazing. And the rest of the restaurant, there is some really good high-scale food there. Phenomenal place to check out. Really great place for a date night. There's a ton of other restaurants around Eagan as well. There's all the chains and that type of thing, but there's some really good fine dining that's just recently come into the area. If you're curious about the crime rate in Eagan, as you know, we all want to feel safe, it is well below the average for the average city in the Twin Cities. And 9 out of 10 residents in Eagan feel safe there. Eagan has a really amazing school system. It's actually the reason that we decided to move our family to Eagan, just to put our son into a really great school system, public school system that we didn't have to pay for. Now, niche.com ranks the 196 school district as the 16th best in the state, but 2 of the high schools there are ranked number 8 and number 9. And ask anybody in the area, and they will tell you that Eagan's got some really great schools. The economy in Eagan is absolutely fantastic, and that's thanks to some very large businesses that call Eagan home. Thomson Reuters, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Scantron. Do you remember that one? Taking the test on the Scantron machine? That's home in Eagan, as well as it's one of the largest Coca-Cola bottling facilities that there is in the area. Eagan does contain pretty much all of the big box stores that you could be looking for as well. They also have the Eagan Outlet Mall, and I really love the Eagan Outlet Mall. Who doesn't like an outlet mall? They've got over 100 stores in this outlet mall. Now, this is one of these California style outlet malls where it's not indoors. It's actually kind of all outdoors. The stores aren't outside, but you have to walk outside to get from one to the other. So during the winter, it's not very busy there, but all the stores stay open, and on the nicer days, you know, the true Minnesotans, they get out, they do their shopping. If you're curious about housing, and I'm sure you are because it's probably the reason that you're here, you're maybe looking at making a move, housing in Eagan is pretty affordable overall for the Twin Cities. You know, the median sale price for a home in the Twin Cities is about $375,000, at least on the day that this was shot. Home prices are going up though, so depending on how old this is, it's probably a bit above it. But currently, right now, the date this was filmed, the median sale price for a house in Eagan is about $450,000. So we are definitely not the most expensive city in in the Twin Cities, but we are definitely not the cheapest city either. It's really kind of a happy middle ground, and that's really one of the best ways to describe Eagan. It's a happy place. It's very much a middle ground. There's all kinds of things to do there. There's all the conveniences that you could ever want in Eagan. It's easy to see why Eagan is a wonderful place to call home. We're doing a whole series of these videos, so make sure to click on another one and check it out. We're going to go over all of the suburbs. If you have any questions, if you're looking to move to Eagan, let me know. Drop your comment below. I'm curious to know what you think about Eagan. Is it a good place to live? I'm biased, so I've got my opinions, but I'd love to hear yours. We'll see you next time.